In the history of Shadow Fight games, we've seen the rise of some incredible YouTube content creators. The ones who uploaded every week, hit the trending tab with millions of views, and built massive fan bases. But have you ever wondered what happened to those creators? Where are they? No uploads, no updates, just gone. Some of them moved on and playing different games where the support just isn't the same as it was in the Shadow Fight days. And it's not like they left because of a lack of content. Shadow Fight was still thriving when they disappeared. That's what makes it even more confusing, because they had everything a creator could ask for. A loyal fan base that loved their content, supported them, and constantly motivated them. So, why leave? Well guys, today we're diving into that mystery. Why did some of the biggest YouTubers in the Shadow Fight community disappeared, even when they were at their peak? Let's begin. Now, we've got a long list of YouTubers to talk about. But let's start with one of the oldest in the Shadow Fight community, Hulksden Gaming. He's been on YouTube for almost 10 years and has nearly 75,000 subscribers. Back in the day, he was a super consistent uploader, but if you visit his channel now, there's just one thing you'll see: Call of Dragons. A completely different game. Honestly, one I hadn't even heard of before. Now, to be clear, he hasn't quit YouTube. He still uploads regularly, but it's been 2 years since he last posted anything about Shadow Fight. The thing is, Hulkbro never really depended on just one game. Or at least, that's how it seems. If you check out his playlist, you'll see he's tried all kinds of games over the years, but these days, it's only Call of Dragons. And honestly, his views and subscriber growth now, they just don't match what he used to get during his Shadow Fight days. Though, to be fair, Shadow Fight itself is also going through a tough time lately. Anyway, about 4 years ago, Hulkbro was all about Shadow Fight. Then out of nowhere, he just stopped. No uploads, nothing for 2 whole years. Then one day, he suddenly dropped a composite sword video, and people thought, he's back. But that was it, no follow-up, no more Shadow Fight content. Even in that last Shadow Fight video, no explanation, nothing about quitting. So I decided to dig a little deeper. I checked his community post, but yeah, as expected, nothing there either. Then I went to the About section of his channel and saw a link to his Facebook. I got a little hopeful. Maybe he'd shared something there. But sadly, it looked like he doesn't even use Facebook anymore. At that point, I was out of options. So just out of curiosity, I left a simple comment on his most recent video asking why he stopped uploading Shadow Fight. Honestly, I wasn't expecting a reply. But a few hours later, he actually responded. Now, that was surprising, and not just that. I noticed he replies to almost every single comment. While scrolling through, and I even found someone else had asked the same question. And his reply? Exactly the same. That's when I understood everything. It was burnout. Basically, he played Shadow Fight for so many years. Eventually, he just got tired, and that's why he left. He didn't make an announcement. That's completely normal. So yeah, there's still a chance Hulkbro might return to Shadow Fight someday, but not right now. He needs time to overcome that burnout. The next YouTuber on our list is the legendary Protector, or TLP as most people know him.
तो गाइस सबके साथ सब क्यों दे लेजेंडरी प्रोटेक्टर और मैं आज आपके साथ शेयर करने लायक नया वीडियो.
With over 100,000 subscribers, this guy is a proper Shadow Fight only YouTuber. If you don't know Hindi, maybe you haven't come across his videos, because yeah, he only makes content in Hindi. Occasionally he's tried other games like Minecraft and GTA, but in the beginning he actually used to make videos on Avengers. Then he shifted his content to Shadow Fight. And that move? It was a huge success. He's completed the entire Shadow Fight 2 and Shadow Fight 3 storylines, and made complete series on both of them. And before you ask, yes, I've watched all of them. I was a regular on Bro's channel, watched almost every Shadow Fight video he ever made. But now, if you check his channel, he hasn't posted a single video for a whole year. I thought he'd complete Shades just like the others, but alright. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I do know the reason why he left. What? If you watched his last Shades video, you'll remember.
So like सबसे पहले तो मैं ये बताना चाहता हूँ कि अब फाइनली मेरी ऑफिशियली 11th शुरू हो चुकी है. सो या अब तुम लोगों को कोई वीडियो ऐसे मिलने नहीं वाली है. लाइक मैं कोशिश करूँगा कि मैं लाइक 3-4 महीने में एक बार अपलोड कर दूँ, बट तो रेगुलर बेसिस पे नोप, तो मैं रेगुलर बेसिस पे कोई वीडियो नहीं मिलेगी. कंटिन्यूटी अब नहीं रहेगी, ठीक है.
He said his 11th grade had started, and because of that, he couldn't upload consistently anymore. He even mentioned he might publish one video every 3 to 4 months. But it's been a year now, and not a single one has come out. But let's be real, guys. For a student, studies are more important than YouTube. I completely understand the pressure bro must be feeling. So let's just wish him well in his studies and appreciate the content he's already made for us. And there's a significantly high chance he'll be back after finishing 12th grade. Till then, let's wait and be patient. Next up, we have a YouTuber that almost everyone knows and loves. StarInSky. He's considered an absolute legend in the Shadow Fight community with over 420,000 plus subscribers. Now, Starbro is a very old creator, but don't get it twisted. He wasn't a Shadow Fight YouTuber from the very beginning. Even though his channel description says he uploads Mortal Kombat, Injustice, and Shadow Fight, nowadays it's only Mortal Kombat. If you ask me, I've always seen Starbro more as a Mortal Kombat YouTuber than a Shadow Fight one. Just being honest. He's been playing Shadow Fight 3 since its beta testing phase, and yeah, he actually started his Shadow Fight journey from Shadow Fight 3, not Shadow Fight 2. In his very first Shadow Fight 3 video, he got massive support, and that's what kicked things off. After that, he started uploading Mortal Kombat, Shadow Fight 3, and Injustice, almost equally. And then came a big moment. Neki released Shadow Fight 2, Special Edition, and even sponsored Star to promote it. That sponsorship led to his full Shadow Fight 2 Special Edition series, which he finished completely. And to this day, it's still the most popular content on his channel across all games he's played. But now, it's been 2 whole years since he last posted a Shadow Fight 3 video. If you check out his video about his Mortal Kombat ID ban, he actually said he'd try Shadow Fight again after 2 years.
We'll definitely try experimenting with different kind of content. I do want to try some Shadow Fight, see how it goes. Honestly, I can't promise that it's going to be regular, but I will give it another try because I know a lot of people are requesting it.
And yes, he kept that promise. He made one video on Shades. But after that, he's been completely gone from the Shadow Fight scene. Now, if you ask me, based on what I've seen and heard, I'd say this is just another case of burnout. If you watch this video closely, the way bro talks, it's pretty clear. He's fed up with Shadow Fight and just doesn't enjoy it anymore.
Maybe I'll do it later. I think I have enough Shadow Fight for now. This was pretty fun. So what now? You can basically replay this whole thing. Oh, there is Theater of Legends. My God. This one also expires pretty soon. I might actually do this tomorrow. Let's see. All right.
He genuinely enjoys Mortal Kombat now. And from my perspective, he didn't do anything wrong by leaving Shadow Fight. Because let's be real, if the creator doesn't enjoy the game, how can the audience enjoy the content? In Starbro's case, he's just not into it anymore. And you can't force someone to make content on something they no longer enjoy. Still, I really hope that someday, Starbro will truly return to Shadow Fight. Not just for one video, but because he actually enjoys it again. Next YouTuber on our list is none other than Sumit Gupta Gaming, a creator with over 15,000 subscribers, and someone I personally look up to a lot. Seriously, I'm heavily inspired by him. Sumit Bro was, and still is, a very well-known name in both Shadow Fight 3 and Shadow Fight Arena. He was the only creator I know who made content on both games, and did it in both Hindi and English. My favorite series on his channel? Humiliation of Arena Campers. That series was peak entertainment. Bro's gameplay and commentary were just awesome.
मरकज भैया मुझे भी थोड़ा सा आग चुसा दीजिए ना. ये लीजिए, थोड़ा सा आग चूसी लीजिए आप भी. अपने बउआ सोच रहा होगा कि अभी तो सिर्फ एम्परर को हराया है, फायर गार्ड है मेरे पास, युक्का है बड़ी वाली मेरे पास, तो चूसी ले आग वाला लॉलीपॉप। चुसा दिया दोस्तों। ले बउआ का फायर गार्ड ब्लास्ट कर गया। ये ले थोड़ा सा लॉलीपॉप चूस ले। एकदम स्पॉट पे चुसा दिया है दोस्तों लॉलीपॉप। काफी खुश है युक्का।
But now, it's been around 9 months since he stopped uploading. So I got curious. I wanted to know why he disappeared. I even joined his Discord server thinking I could ask some of his community members. But the moment I saw the first few messages there, I understood the condition of the server instantly. It had become completely flooded with NSFW stuff and toxicity. After that, I tried checking his Instagram and Twitter. But yeah, just as expected, found nothing. At last, I sent him a DM on Discord, hoping that maybe, just maybe, he'd read it. Then I checked the comments on his last video. Even 7-month-old comments didn't have a reply. And just for context, Sumit Bro used to reply to every single comment. That's the kind of creator he was. And here's something you might not know. Sumit Bro is married, has a daughter, and a job. Even with so many responsibilities, he still used to take time to connect with his audience. Now, based on all that, I figured he probably left YouTube because he got too busy with life. But I still wasn't sure. Until I came across one lucky comment. One guy actually got a reply from Sumit Bro, and that confirmed it all. He left simply because he's busy. With family, work, and life, he just doesn't have the time for YouTube right now. That's completely understandable. Sometimes real-life responsibilities have to come first, but still, I really hope that someday Sumit Bro will return to YouTube, because you know how life works. Busy and free time are just two sides of the same coin. Let's wait, let's be patient, and let's always appreciate the content he's already given us. And last but definitely not least, we've got NSG Arsalan, a creator with over 270,000 plus subscribers, and someone who's been playing Shadow Fight 3 since the very beginning. He actually started his channel with Shadow Fight 3 content, and right from the start, it was a massive success. He uploaded consistently, stayed active, and if you check his most popular video, yep, it's also Shadow Fight 3. But now, if you go look at his recent uploads, there's not a single Shadow Fight 3 video there. He left the game about 2 years ago. The last time he uploaded SF3 content regularly was when the final chapter, Gates Plane Update, dropped. And even then, that video got amazing support from fans, but after that, he just disappeared from the Shadow Fight scene. A year later, he did upload one video, on a quick evolution of Shadow Fight kind of thing. But that's it. Now here's where things get interesting. Arsalan Bro had a solid fan base in the Shadow Fight community. So it's kind of surprising that he's now shifted to mostly shooting games. You know, games with guns, stuff like Bloodstrike, Frag Pro, Delta Force, etc. But the thing is, those videos don't get the same amount of support that he used to get in Shadow Fight 3. So naturally, I was curious, why would someone leave a game where most of their audience is from, and start making content that doesn't perform nearly as well? Now the problem is, I couldn't contact Arsalan Bro directly. He rarely replies to comments. There is an Instagram link in his channel's About section. So yeah, I went ahead and messaged him there. And get this, I don't even use Instagram, but I literally downloaded it just for this video. But as of the time I'm recording this part, it's been 4 days and I haven't received any reply. No, it's not like he's inactive. He uploads stories and reels sometimes, so he's not inactive. So maybe he just hasn't seen the message. Or maybe he's chosen to ignore it. I honestly can't say. Since I didn't have a direct answer, I decided to talk to a Discord friend who used to be close to Arsalan. And from what he remembers, Arsalan was always more interested in shooting games. So once the Shadow Fight 3 story ended, he just lost interest and moved on. And that kind of makes sense. If you ask me, I don't think he was making Shadow Fight content just for the sake of views. He was genuinely invested in the story, and once that wrapped up, so did his journey. And if you ask for my honest opinion, unlike Hulk Bro, who at least said he might come back, I don't think there's even a slight chance Arsalan Bro will return to Shadow Fight. But who knows what the future holds. And with that, we've officially completed the full list of Shadow Fight YouTubers. I hope I didn't miss anyone, but if I did, feel free to drop their names in the comments. Also, make sure to comment below who your favorite Shadow Fight creator is among the ones I talked about. I'd love to know which YouTuber inspired you the most. If you enjoyed the video, or if I was able to finally explain why your favorite creator disappeared, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. And to any of the creators I mentioned, if you're watching this, I truly hope you guys return to Shadow Fight 3 someday, because your old community still wants to see your comeback. Also, if I said anything that came off as rude or upset anyone in any way, then I'm genuinely sorry. That was never my intention. To be honest, guys, this video took way more effort than anything I've ever made before. Like, seriously, like my head actually hurts right now. So yeah, I'm going into hibernation mode after this one. And if you watch till the very end, you already know what to do. That's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.